Climate activist Greta Thunberg's publicity stunt sailing to Gaza on a boat powered by diesel engines has achieved absolutely nothing. Here she is in a pre-recorded video claiming that she had been kidnapped.
My name is Greta Thunberg and I am from Sweden. If you see this video, we have been intercepted and kidnapped in international waters by the Israeli occupational forces or forces that support Israel. I urge all my friends, family and comrades to put pressure on the Swedish government to release me and the others as soon as possible.
Poor choice of words, considering there are still 50 people who were kidnapped on October 7 still being held by Hamas terrorists in Gaza. But the reality is Israeli forces intercepted her yacht, gave all the activists food and water. She's even photographed smiling as she accepts a sandwich. They've been taken back to Israel, and it's been revealed today that Greta Thunberg and the other activists refused to watch a video which actually shows the atrocities committed by Hamas on October 7. It's a video that I've seen and it's absolutely horrific. It shows Israelis, innocent people being killed, women being raped. It's horrific, but it's no surprise that Greta Thunberg just doesn't want to see it. She doesn't seem to care about what happened to Israelis on October 7. But Donald Trump was asked about Greta Thunberg, and this is what he had to say.
Do you have a message for Greta Thunberg, and did she come up on your call with the Prime Minister today?
Well, she's a strange person. She's a young, angry person. I don't know if it's real anger. It's hard to believe, actually, but I saw what happened. She's certainly different. Anger management. I think she has to go to an anger management class. That's my primary recommendation for her.
Was she kidnapped by Israel, as she says? Was she kidnapped?
I find it. I think Israel has enough problems without kidnapping Greta Thunberg.
And secondly, are you going to
Is that what she said? She was kidnapped by Israel?
Yes.
Anger management, he's not wrong. But, you know, Greta's yacht was carrying less than a single truckload of aid. And to put that into perspective, more than 1,200 aid trucks have entered Gaza from Israel within the past 2 weeks. This whole thing was just a big publicity stunt, and she's failed.
Yes, absolutely. And on that note, I think the Israeli government actually had a very good term for it. They called it the selfie. They said the
selfie yacht.
Yeah, the selfie yacht. The show is over, is what they said. I thought it was very well chosen words, very succinct, and said it all. Also, you referred to her with her smiling face. Yes, actually, the Israelis provided sandwiches and water to all of them. No, they weren't kidnapped. That was a pre-recorded video she made. So you're absolutely right. I think this is abhorrent, and particularly that she refused to watch the video. That was the 45-minute video that many journalists, such as yourself, many have seen. Defense minister in Israel said before they're allowed to go back to Sweden, they should watch this video. The fact that she refused, like you made the point, does she absolutely not care about reality? And last but not least, what about her dire concerns about the environment? What was the carbon footprint of this trip, and what about that? So that's actually, I suppose, been solved all of a sudden.
Yeah, isn't that funny? All of a sudden she doesn't care about that. Look, there's been so much news around, but it was actually just only a few days ago, it's hard to believe this, that the president and the world's wealthiest man, Elon Musk, were fighting like cats and dogs. Now, it appears as though Elon Musk is trying to make an effort to really smooth things over. He's deleted that tweet linking Trump to the Epstein files, and he's now been resharing the president's posts on X showing support for Donald Trump's handling of the anti-ICE riots in LA. He's also been sharing JD Vance's posts. So what are your thoughts on this? Is this Elon Musk, I suppose, sucking back up to the president? And do you think that this relationship can be repaired?
Well, we'll put it this way. For the good of America, I really hope so. I think it's a great pity they had a falling out. There was a time there, you talked about fighting like cats and dogs, and I thought it was like two little schoolboys actually in the playground throwing stones at each other. I will say, actually, though, not that this was planned. Obviously, it wasn't. But if it was, there wasn't a way really to do two things, unintended consequences, Gabriella. Number one, Elon Musk actually made Trump take the high road. He looked far more professional, far more sane. I think he had great appeal to many people in America because most people would have expected him to get down in the mud. He didn't. He took the high road. That's number one. Number two, it actually, Gabriella, made a number of Republicans that were on the fence about the big, beautiful bill that he initially criticized. it brought them together, and it's made the few Republicans sort of rally around President Trump. So unintended consequences that have actually ended up being rather good. As for their relationship, I do predict eventually, unlike other relationships like Prince Harry and King Charles, I do think there is a chance for this to be repaired because it's in their mutual best interest, economically.
Yeah, I agree with you. They are both patriots. I think a lot of Americans would like to see that relationship repair. But it's interesting watching this play out. So many Democrats were so fearful of their relationship, thinking that Elon Musk, had too much influence over President Trump, and he has proved them all wrong. That he is, of course, in charge and he cannot be bought. I have to ask you about this story. A Chinese national has been arrested and charged for allegedly trying to smuggle biological materials from Wuhan into the US and then lying to federal agents about it. Chong Xuanhan was taken into custody at Detroit Metropolitan Airport after arriving from Shanghai. She's been charged with smuggling goods into the US and making false statements. And she's the third Chinese scientist charged in recent weeks with smuggling illegal biological materials into Michigan. I mean, what more can you tell us?
Yes, no, I think this is absolutely ghastly. And actually, it's very scary because this is not the first attempt, Gabriella. She actually, you're right, came from Shanghai and this was sent to the University of Michigan. She denied it. She was grilled. She finally admitted. But there were also two other, in quotes, scientists that have tried to smuggle fungi in their shoe soles. So this is not the very first incident. The other thing is, and this is something sort of related that President Trump has been putting his foot down about, is these Chinese that are over here. They don't get to leave China without the approval of the Communist Party, Gabriella. So we know that they're coming here with a mission, and many of them, like these, are coming here with the attempt actually to destroy crops. These fungi were going to be destroying the food supply in the United States, which is a terrifying thought, and I'm really glad they're caught. The question is, how many more of them, how many more students are here on a dastardly mission?
Yeah, very concerning. Hilary Fordwich, thank you so much for your time. Great to speak with you.
Oh, pleasure, Gabriella.